Welcome back. Harmony Gold shareholders will be smiling to the bank. That's as the gold miner declared a record interim dividend of 147 cents. This comes after headline earnings per share more than tripled as its Mponeng mine posted a strong performance, boosting overall output. And joining me now is company's financial director, Boipelo Lekubo. Thank you so much for your time, Boipelo. Now, considering the solid operational performance that you posted, was the higher gold price just an added bonus?
It definitely aided in our production or in our operational results. But what you would have seen also is just an uptick in our underground recovered grade that was up 11%. And the primary contributors to that was our Mponeng mine. There we saw grades increasing by more than 30%, as well as our grades at the Hidden Valley operation. So we'll continue to see that that's the higher grades at Mponeng for the remainder of the financial year as we mine through those higher grade areas. But what we'll note at Hidden Valley, we expect that to be lower as planned for the remainder of the financial year.
All right. Well, talking about Mponeng, that life of mine has been extended or is being extended. I mean, how pivotal and value accretive will that extension be for Harmony's operations and bottom line?
It will definitely be accretive for us. Mponeng, obviously, I mean, that mine will extend for almost from 7 years to almost 20 years. What we're currently busy with is the extension of the feasibility study. That was the first step, just to establish whether we can mine safely to extend that, and we're quite happy with that. Capital for early works is provided for in this year's financial budget, and we estimate about a 7.9 billion rand project capital over the life of the mine. It would be funded from Mponeng itself, but yeah, in terms of how it improves, just overall, it's aligned with our strategic pillars. Yeah. When we look at responsible stewardship, operational excellence, cash certainty, as well as capital allocation.
Well, something that also improved were your costs. I mean, this is still a very highly inflationary environment. How have you maintained those cost efficiencies and a predictable cost structure in an environment that is full of cost headwinds?
Yeah, it's important to note that Harmony is rand denominated based on a cost perspective. If we look at the overall pocket of our costs, a large portion of that is labor. We're at the end of a 3-year wage agreement, currently in discussions with organized labor around extending that contract. And then secondly is electricity. I mean, we're all aware of the high hikes in terms of tariff increases, but that we manage with our efficiencies at the mine, as well as the renewable energy project that we've embarked on. And then to a lesser extent, your consumables, which is largely your chemicals and cyanide. So, we've got very strong cost control measures in place and are able to manage that, during these high inflationary times.
Yeah, indeed. I do understand that Harmony is transitioning into a gold or copper story. Where are you in that copper journey?
So we acquired the Eva Copper project, which is located in Australia. We announced that in December, 2023. We're currently busy with the feasibility study, updating that. That should be completed in this calendar year, following which we'll come back to the market just as to what that looks like, the capital, as well as the funding thereof. Eva is a 2-year build, so it's near-term copper production. Further to that, we do have the Wafi Gold Pool project in our portfolio. We're currently busy securing the special mining lease for that project. Wafi is a little bit further out compared to Eva. Obviously, bigger capex and will be a bigger build, so to say.
Yeah. Boipelo, as we wrap up the conversation, I mean, as much as you did get all these, favorable things supporting the performance of Harmony Gold operationally, and also when it comes to the price of gold, are there any macroeconomic headwinds that you are paying attention to that could slow the momentum that you are currently seeing, whether it be from a demand side, supply side, or supply chain issues?
Yeah, I think, with us, we really stick to what we can control. Obviously, the gold price will do what it does. But for us, it's really focusing firstly on safety, operational excellence, as I said, delivering on our plans. That's looking at how we can drive efficiencies, etc. So, yeah, I think, we focus on what we can control.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and giving us more detail on those results that came out from Harmony Gold. That was Harmony Gold's Financial Director, Boipelo Lekubo.